Okay. Now that I would just finish saying all my slurs to get them out of my system, we can start recording the pod.
Oh, yeah, Tom's iconic 7 p.m. slurs.
That's right. He is the racist friend.
7 a.m. actually. We record these bright and early.
That's right, because they have to go out the next day.
Once you have an idea of what someone is, like, based on their image, like,
Yeah.
I bet I'd be disappointed if I met Meatloaf. You know what I mean? Like, in
He's
my
also
head, I'm
dead.
like, yeah, well, obviously that's the kicker.
That'd be the biggest disappointment of all.
You're like, wow, this conversation feels one-sided. Ben still sucks. I gave him a knuckle sandwich for Christmas.
Bon appetit.
Actually, I gave him a knuckle sandwich for all 8 days of Hanukkah. Is it 8 or 7?
It's a
God.
Welcome back to another episode of Tom Hates Albums. I'm your host, Eddie Snari.
I'm Matt Glass.
And I'm Tom Murphy.
Last time we talked about Meet the Residents for our special holiday episode, in which Tom was not a fan of.
Which we knew that was going to happen.
I think everyone, that was probably the most obvious one.
It was to be festive, you know?
Exactly, because, beloved holiday classic, Season Greetings. We sing it on the radio every year.
Yeah.
Phil Spector did a version of it.
Yeah, then you get the Energy Crisis Blues, Go Home America.
Consuelo's Departure.
55 will do.
Yeah.
It's these lyrics that people are singing for generations.
Exactly.
But
I know I have been.
Speaking of departure, we're going to take quite a Consuelo's departure from the sound of that album into this album.
Yes, we are. This is an album that I was not expecting. And this is a Matt-centric album that he chose. We had nothing to do with the process, which is cool.
Yeah. Originally, I wanted to give Tom Brat, but then I was like, no, we should talk about this album,
Yeah.
I think.
And this is also an album we were going to bring on for this month's regular episode, but we were recycling it for Tom Hates Albums.
I believe I had mentioned on the beginning episode of this month that I wanted to maybe bring this on Tom Hates Albums too.
Well, look at that. Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly.
But let's stop beating around the bush. What is this album that we're talking about?
We are talking about Portishead's album, Dummy.
Yes, this is an album that I had never heard before, besides from you bringing it up for the podcast, and not at all what I was expecting it to be, I'll be real.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's very hard to gauge what this album would be by the cover, and
Yeah.
also just as a genre too,
Uh-huh,
without a doubt.
definitely.
Can confirm.
But let's dive into a little bit of history about Dummy by Portishead.
Yeah.
Dummy by Portishead was released on August 22nd, 1994 through Go Beat and London Records, and is the debut studio album under the name Portishead. Members of the band at this time include Beth Gibbons on vocals and production, Geoff Barrow on Rhodes and drums, and Adrian Utley on guitar, bass, theremin, and Hammond organ. The record is self-produced, with Adrian mostly taking the lead in terms of direction. The album upon release was met with a myriad of praise for the band's usage of sample-based instrumentals with deep rumbling, saturated, bassy textures. Critics say the record is often credited for starting the trip-hop genre. It won the Mercury Music Prize in 1995, is in the 1001 albums to listen to before you die, and was certified triple platinum in the UK in 2019.
Damn. That's quite a legacy for an album of this caliber, which is really impressive.
Yeah.
I was really surprised by the critical acclaim that an album like this had, I'll be real, because I guess it makes sense for just more artsy people,
Oh, definitely.
but it had a lot of mainstream appeal in its country of origin, which is also really cool.
Yeah. Nah, this album is honestly beloved in Britain, but also just in the overall trip-hop scene.
Yeah. But with that, I think I know what time it is.
It's prediction time.
So real talk, I think, Tom, you definitely didn't love it by any means. I could see a lot of factors in which would point to you not really liking the album as a whole. You probably, from the overimposed bass, got kind of a headache, especially on track 5, without a doubt, because track 5 is, even for me, kind of overstimulating in terms of its mixing of the bass. It's very tonally consistent album, which is your code word for saying I don't really like this when you don't have anything else to say. Let me think. I would say that you probably thought the vocals were like decent, but nothing to really go on home about. Truth be told, I picked this because one of your complaints is that we don't bring on enough female artists, so I decided to fulfill that in a way that involved the experimental music scene. And I thought Brat was a little too mainstream, and I wanted to maybe shed some attention on this album a little bit, because considering it's in the 1001 albums to listen to before you die, that's like, you know, kind of significant.
That's how you know you made it.
I mean,
just like Kid Rock.
Oh god.
You know, when Tom finally makes an album, it's gonna land on that list. I guarantee it.
That's right.
the one album to listen to after you die.
Yeah.
The one album that will make you die.
This will be the album that everyone loops at their funerals going forward.
Oh man, just like Hypnotize.
That's a niche people haven't really got. You know, people make party albums. I'm making funeral music.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that is real. I do know people who like have a playlist, or at least like a couple songs in the docket. But I digress. In terms of a number rating, I'm gonna say you probably put this at like a 3 out of 10. I feel like it's not in the best graces with you, but I feel like it's definitely not the lowest of the albums. I have a feeling it's kind of like mid, but very much leaning toward like the lower side of mid, without a doubt.
Would you say mid leaning ass? I believe is
definitely.
the terminology
If I had to put
we
it
use
into
on this
layman's
show.
terms.
I think it's definitely like it's definitely on the precipice of ass for sure for
Right,
you.
about to hit crack.
That might be the best sentence you've said on this podcast so far. The precipice of ass.
Dude, that album title, On the Precipice of Ass.
Write that down.
Wait,
Tom makes albums. Write that down.
That's so good. And then it's like we can create in Photoshop like mountains, but it looks like someone looking out at them, and it's just an ass
Asshole.
cheeks.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
Craters of the Sack by Ween.
Oh god.
Write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
But yeah, I'm gonna say let's be quirky and say 3.5.
3.5. Okay. I do agree with you. I do not think Tom liked this album. In fact, I think it's leaning a little more towards hate. I'll be real.
Okay.
I feel like Tom thought every track sounded the exact same, with not a lot of variety in terms of instrumentation. I feel like the repetitiveness, like you said, Matt, would give him a headache. I think you just find it kind of boring overall, because it's not an album that you kind of listen to jam out to. This is something you take in and you get introspective with, which I don't think Tom did with this album specifically. Possibly in like the high ones, but I feel like it's still going to be over American football, because Tom's disdain for that rises above all else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say like a 2.3, 2.4. That's my guess.
Okay. Well, Tom, shall we dive into your track by track format?
I guess we should. So, just to start off, all of these songs were very, very similar. So it's very consistent. So the number scale, I had to like tweak to make sense for theoretically, I could have just gone down the list and be like, these are all the same exact sort. But I wanted to be able to be like, this one had a couple little things that I enjoyed a little bit more. So it like my willingness to give points and take points away was a little less broad. Like I was willing to be like, oh, this was very similar, but this one thing happened, so I actually think it should be
a little more forgiving.
A 6 rather than a
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So just there's
With that
gonna
in
be
mind,
there's a
yeah.
wider spread of scores, but ultimately they don't give the final ranking away as much as
I see.
you'd think, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You'll see. Mysterions. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's
Mr.
Mr.
Ron's.
Mr. Ron's.
Yeah.
Mr. Ron's. Mr. Ron's. It had kind of like a sci-fi X-Files vibe to it.
It is
This
about
was-
aliens, so that
This
tracks.
was the only one that felt that way to me. The rest of them did have a tone that I also attached to something. We'll get to that. I didn't mind it. Her vocals were very nice. She sounded pretty good. And that is something that remains pretty consistent. I'm sure I'm going to say it like 30 times. Oh, her vocals are really good. There were some songs where like I liked them a little more somewhere, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the most part,
She was a highlight.
Yeah. If I had to rank her vocals for me, they like land at like an 8 out of 10. There are some songs where they're leaning more towards 5, but there's one or two where they're like leaning 10. Like I really enjoyed her.
Gotcha. Word.
A bit longer than I would have preferred. That's kind of usually the case, unless it's a Meatloaf with an 11-minute opening to Bat Out of Hell, I guess. But I really did enjoy that song, so I ended up giving it a 7 out of 10. It was definitely leaning back, that song. Sour Times, This song had like this is where we enter the rest of the album pretty much. Maybe not the rest of the album, but the next couple songs have like a James Bond like heist vibe to them. Like if any of the instrumental for the next like 3 or 4 songs were the backtracking of like a montage of guys like setting up timers and like hacking camera footage and like sneaking into a vault, it wouldn't be out of place.
Okay.
You know? Nobody loves me. It's true.
Amen, brother.
It strikes a very painful chord, you know?
So I hate it.
No, this feels like an album that I shouldn't like, but I'm kind of digging the vibes it has so far. The instrumental has both a James Bond vibe, but also kind of reminds me of the level music from Sly Cooper. It's like very heisty.
I can kind of see that from what little I've listened to that.
Yeah, and it's 7 out of 10. I also give that song a 7 out of 10.
Interesting.
Strangers. This is where I like kind of discovered that there was going to be a bit of a running theme. So tracks 2 and 3 both feel like they could be a backdrop for a heist instrumentally. This fell more towards the like back of my brain though. Like when I was listening to it, I kept like I found myself zoning out. So it wasn't capturing me as much. I don't think it was bad by any means though. So I still placed it at like a 5 out of 10. It was just kind of became middle of the road.
Yeah.
It's good background. I think I wouldn't be upset if it was like playing in the back when I was like at work, which was when I listened to some of this. I went and listened back to anything that I was listening to at work just to make sure that I listened to it properly. And I didn't hate it there. So 5 out of 10. Track number 4, It Could Be Sweet. I really enjoyed her vocals. They really hit on this track. I definitely enjoyed, and it also sounds like heist music. So this one continued that trend. 6 out of 10. Because her vocals were a little bit better, so that bumped it up from a 5 to a 6 rather than the previous song. Wandering Star. Oh, I said this is when the heist crew set off the alarm because the bass was like, meh,
yeah,
meh,
yeah. This one is very overstimulating.
Yeah, it's ominous.
I still thought it was pretty good though. I didn't really like pop out in a meaningful way to me, but I didn't think it was bad by any. Like it didn't give me a headache. Maybe I was more hydrated today than usual, but this song didn't give me a
I'm
headache.
glad you were, because I definitely wasn't when I was listening to this.
It's real. It still didn't like stick out to me in any meaningful way other than me getting to do the bit where it sounded like the alarm was going off for the heist crew from the previous
and this
4
narrative
songs.
crafting.
Maybe there's a short film we should be planning with this.
Yeah,
honestly.
let's work on it. I'm down.
You're the spy, and like this is just soundtracking.
Let's contact Portishead. I also wanted to do a bit. I forgot to do it earlier. Are you sure it's not Portishead? Think about it.
Nah, you're supposed to do the research.
It is foreign, you know?
What if I haven't been including a space in between?
You mean England?
Yeah.
It is foreign.
The worst kind. England.
Across the pond.
Mr. Fischoeder from Bob's Burgers said himself he wants to blow it up. So
That's fair.
5 out of 10. They set off the alarm. 6, It's a Fire. I really, really liked her vocals at the beginning of this song. She came in hot for this one. Ironic, pun intended.
Sizzling even.
This was probably my favorite so far. Oh, it's tied, I guess, because I already gave 7 out of 10s. So this one's also a 7 out of 10. Spoiler alert. I feel like I don't have that much. The problem is when I like things, I have a lot less to say about them because I can't come up with like a witty way to be mean.
I got you.
So I feel like it's a little less entertaining on that end. So I apologize, but
That's okay.
Track number 7, Numb. Another one that kind of faded for me. It was consistent. I just like whenever I would listen to it, I had to like really go out of my way to focus on it, or else it would fade to the back of my brain and just come background music. I gave that one a 5 out of 10 though. I still didn't think it was bad. It's good background music. It couldn't engage me in that way.
I understand.
Which maybe feels like a strength for some albums, because if you can like zone out for a song or two, you're less likely to get tired. I don't know if that's how that works, but
it definitely has that like quality of being the tonal consistency, but then also being able to kind of be like it's like a very chill, like minute album, you know?
Yeah, I agree. It's a little funky. Sometimes, you know?
It is pretty funky.
I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah, there's some groove in there with the drums.
I think that comes in a little bit later more, too. Roads, I think this is my favorite song on the album.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Her vocals were very, very, were gorgeous on this track. And the instrumental, I was really funky. Look at that. It did come back. I liked it a lot. 8 out of 10. There's not much to, say other than that. But Pedestal, this song didn't quite hit for me. Maybe it's just because the one previously I liked so much that this one felt like more of a step down. It was maybe a tad slower than I would have liked. I can't really articulate why, but like it wasn't bad. It was just like back to 5 out of 10. There was a lot of mid, but I feel like when it wasn't mid, it was usually good. Biscuit, that's just a fun name for a song. The male vocals were a little annoying on this song.
Didn't like that one.
I don't know why. He was just kind of like groaning at me. It was, I don't know.
It's supposed to be spooky.
Yeah.
It's very interesting
is fair,
addition.
especially compared to how good like the woman's like angelic ethereal vocals that she's had all album. And then all of a sudden this guy's like groaning in my ear.
Biscuit.
Biscuit.
Yeah, definitely the contrast is super noticeable.
I still think the song as a whole around him was good, but he dropped it from what would have been like probably like a 6 to like a 5. We're back at mid.
Cool.
This is probably the one that would maybe drop down to a 4 just because I found him a little annoying.
Gotcha.
But I still think it should be at a 5. Glory Box, I remember so little about.
Really?
I don't know why. It just like didn't
That's
stick out.
surprising. I thought that's one
Maybe
of the
I
high
need to
points.
re-listen to it. There's like a small part of me that's like worried that I didn't, and now I feel like I
see.
gotta listen to it again. But
All right, we'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding.
Album Tonight style.
this song, it hit all the same vibes as the others, and it was probably it was a little better than the songs that I've said are like 5s out of 10. So I put it at 6 out of 10. I do feel like I need to re-listen to it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like maybe I didn't pay enough attention to it because it was like towards the end of an album. I was doing it today before we record. Like I had a lot of stuff going on.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's the last song. I was definitely good. I feel like I could rank it higher than a 6 out of 10. Not the album, the song.
There's potential there. Yeah.
We'll get to my final album rankings.
After we go through our track by track, Matt.
That's true.
You might. I feel like it's safe to say you both know that you're wrong with your guesses.
Oh, yeah,
at this
I
point,
think
though,
so.
right?
Yeah, effectively
Yeah,
wrong.
I gave it a 1 out of 10. Actually.
-2.
Yeah.
Worse than the Residents.
Damn.
Matt, I guess why did you choose this out? Well, I already explained that. Never mind. Is there any mastery with this album? I should say.
Mastery. My coworker actually introduced me to this album for the very first time. I think around like, God, it's got to be like 8 months ago now. And I remember hearing it in passing. And then when I for those at home who don't know, earlier in the year, amidst 2025 album ranking and podcast album listening, I started to embark on the 1001 albums to listen to before you die, just as a way to make me more literate in a bunch of different genres and albums and records and such, and artists that people say are worthwhile listening. And this was one of the very first albums that came on, and I've thought, oh, well, it's significant, so I might as well maybe bring it on after sitting with it for a little while.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Have you considered changing the name of the segment from Matstery? Because it's like you reflecting on yourself. It's a lot of like personal stuff talking about yourself to like masturbation.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's how I write my notes, actually. I had to like sit, I get my crystals, I line them up in my room.
I think deeply.
You masturbate into your notebook.
journal.
Into my notebook, yeah. Don't touch my phone.
It's not going to move from that table.
Well, now that I wiped off the screen, let's get started.
God. Are the members of Portishead still alive? This is a relatively
so.
old album.
This
I
is
wasn't sure.
90s.
Oh, so they're probably. I hope they listen to this.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, we review an album in a way that I'm like, I hope the older people that wrote this discover this somehow and get to hear me say masturbation.
My parents.
Oh shit! Sorry.
AJ, I'm getting kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest.
I'll save my overall experience with this album for my final thoughts, I guess.
Gotcha.
As we go track by track.
Because I need to have a precursor with this album. I love this album a lot.
Gotcha.
It's actually like one of my newfound favorites.
I know you were describing that, yeah.
And I have a lot of good things to say about this album. I was kind of trying to keep it minute until we actually did track by track. But yeah, no, I'm actually really fond of this album, and it's becoming like a modern classic,
if you will.
But shall we dive in?
Sure. Let's hop right into the opener, Mr. Ons.
I really like this as an opener. It's Tom mentioned the sci-fi aspect, which is pretty important.
Yeah.
Because the song is based off of a species of alien from some sci-fi production on TV.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it is
Uh-huh.
in the
God, I
description.
gotta know what that is. I'm gonna Google things while you guys read.
Word. I think even though it's the most sci-fi and it's one of the only ones with like the theremins so present, it is a nice indicator of the album's tone
Uh-huh.
in terms of like how it sounds.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's cool. This is one that like I think like it gets stuck in your head, but like I don't like connect with it thematically at all.
Nah.
It's just kind of there.
I think like this is one of my least favorites on the album. I think it's a great tone setter. Like
Yeah.
what you see is what you get for the rest of the album from this track. But I just like other tracks more in terms of like how
Definitely.
they utilize the sound of this album to like its fullest extent. And here it's cool. Like I really enjoy the theremin, I like the Scooby-Doo-esque synths.
Yeah.
I also really dig the rolled snare for the drums and like how like the guitars sound like almost kind of underwater.
Yeah.
And the highlight throughout is Beth Gibbons, and her lyrics are phenomenal all
They
across
are.
this album.
Yeah. And her vocals, honestly.
Yeah, her performance is excellent. Yeah.
Especially later down the line. Tom, you mentioned a track that is also like, if not my favorite, one of my all-time
Yeah.
favorites. So yeah, no, pretty good opener, but I don't like it doesn't resonate with me that much.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but just so you know, the Mysterons is based on the show called Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons.
Oh shit.
And it looks like it's a puppeted, like it's not actors, they're like action figures.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of cool looking. I don't know if you can see it on my phone.
It's like Team America.
Kind of, but it looks they're less like puppets though. It looks like maybe it's like stop motion.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be
I haven't like
interesting.
watched it move. I'm not gonna like play a video.
Yeah.
But
Into the mic while we're talking.
yeah. Let me here. Wait, the audience can listen to the video. No, I'm just kidding. It looks weird. It's
Yeah.
like looks like some weird old British
Yep,
TV.
of
I'd probably
course.
dig it.
It definitely,
I should try to find it.
it's probably available. I
Captain
bet.
Scarlet and the Mysterons watch along Patreon content.
Guys, coming soon.
Dude, all like the old cinephiles are definitely gonna want to do that low key.
Imagine paying $1 a month and it's to watch us watch Captain
movies.
Scarlet and the Mysterons.
Dude, people do that for other people.
I know,
Yeah.
but imagine them doing it for us.
I don't know. I feel like we'd bring an entertainment value.
Well, they don't have to because it's already up there right now.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you waiting for? You know what I'm waiting for? To talk about track 2.
Yeah, Sour Times.
This is a fun track, not in themes, but
No.
in terms of its sonic palette.
Yeah.
I like the sample of like the clangy strings being like plucked, giving it more of like an Eastern worldly influence. It gives it a more like balanced yet kind of dissatisfying feel to the track with the chord progression it uses. The bass fucking rips, and the drums sound like they're made of paper, which creates a nice contrast sound-wise. And I also like the way that Beth sings here specifically.
Yeah.
And also just like the concept and the way that she like sort of has all these different ways of talking about like isolation and disillusionment with life.
Yeah, that's like the big theme across this album. It's very heavy listen, at least in terms of like thematics, and I'd even say instrumentals.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, like it's a very like isolating, droning experience. But I definitely like this more than the opener. I especially love the choruses. I feel like we get a nice kind of showcase of Gibbons' more like higher, desperate performance, especially on like the Nobody Loves Me lyric itself. I also love the way that the verses flow. It's almost like a rap
Yeah.
in a way, which is pretty cool. Because like this is considered trip hop,
Trip
right?
hop, yeah.
And you can definitely hear that with the sample. It sounds like almost very hip hop, which is cool. I really dig the guitar work a lot, and like that trilling like stringed instrument for the hook,
Mhm.
which I think is a sample if I'm not mistaken.
It is a sample of
Yeah.
Lalo Schifrin's, that's right. Lalo Schifrin, the Danube incident on Sour Times.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a couple samples that I wrote down here.
Very nice. But also the guitar solo is really dope, and I like the lyricism a lot. Definitely a stronger follow up.
Definitely. Strangers is track number 3.
That it is.
This song fucking rips. I
Yeah.
am a fan of it. I like the way that it's like built overall.
That's a good. Yeah, this one's really neat in its construction.
I love the random switch ups it has with like the sonic palette going from like super bassy wall to
yeah.
almost like older fuzzy sounding like grainy faint texture.
Mhm.
And it's cool like I love the way that it trades off with like this sort of like really like deep booming instrumental.
Yeah.
But then it goes into Beth singing with a guitar,
Mhm.
and it's like all old and distorted sounding.
Dude, it's such a cool moment. It sounds like you're listening to like an old radio, like when this track starts, and then it like switches up on like the second verse, and it's so satisfying.
It's dope. From what I know about Portishead, they're kind of like audio nerds. Like
Yeah.
the 3 members produced the album. Adrian took the lead because he had the most experience, but like he let them also just be like, oh, we should add this and this and this.
That's cool.
So it's kind of cool. And I feel like it's cool how this track has like a robotic nature, but it's like so like fucking dark and ominous.
It's a very murky track.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of the appeal on this track and the whole album is like the sort of like, how do I describe it? The sort of like really deep and bassy moments on the Gorillaz self-titled album, like double bass.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
fucking, oh my God, what's the song? I can hear it in my brain. Fucking Tomorrow Comes Today.
Yeah.
Like it has that kind of air of like just sort of just sort of having it be like deep and dark. I don't know what else I was gonna say there.
That's a good comparison because there's definitely a lot of those moments on here where it just feels like very echoey, very dissonant. Well, not dissonant, but like I said, isolated. Yeah. I really like the murky guitars as well as the horns that kind of underscore the vocals in the intro. Also, the vocal performances are very cool on the choruses with this more kind of dramatic delivery that almost sounds like it's like being recorded from far away and she's like screaming to reach the mic, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I think the overall production of this track is what I enjoyed the most.
It does utilize a sample in which, like, well, first of all, one thing I want to say, overall, the mix when you're listening in headphones feels like you're submerged in like a bunch of sound, which I love. But the sample actually comes from Weather Report's Elegant People.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Are they the jazz band?
They're definitely in the prog jazz kind
Oh
of.
yeah, I know them. They're fucking cool.
They're the Report, man.
Dude, I fucking love the Report.
I'll have to find what the critics said, like specifically, but they used a term that I really liked describing the sound of this album.
Yeah.
But let's continue.
Next up we have It Could Be Sweet. I really like this one a lot.
This track also kind of rips.
Yeah.
I like how it's like a pseudo sex groove, but it's absolutely heartbreaking
Oh,
in
yeah,
the lyrics.
dude.
Like the contrast
Amen.
thematically is fantastic. E-piano absolutely stealing the show.
Yeah,
It's focused
dude.
in the mix. I love the fucking tom hits on the drums with the like hi-hats taking over most of the rhythm. The bass is so deep yet kind of like boingy, which I love because it adds this fluidity to the track that I feel like it needs to hold it together.
I agree. The Rhodes keys are fucking excellent. They steal the show. I really like how they also contrast the 808 drums and with that hi-hat just constantly just being there as almost like this like persistent like thing in like the back of your head. It sounds like very spacey and clubby. I love the horns in the intro. It reminds me of this group called Camp Low, which I dig a lot. The concept, like you said, is brilliant. Just about like realizing that love is like not an unconditional thing and basically like asking your partner to just put in more effort because it's like it's like not fair to like have it all be like one-sided. And you definitely hear that in the vocal performance and the lyrics as well. And Gibbons' performance is excellent. Yeah. Like the way that she wails, it's like so controlled.
For nothing. Like that shit. Oh, hits so hard.
It's really fucking cool. I think this was a playlist ad. I really enjoyed this track.
Honestly, not gonna lie to you, like most of these are for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I figured this would be an album up your alley.
I have like a night playlist that I specifically like to drive at night to when I'm like heading home from work or from podcast recordings when we're recording the day before it comes out. And yeah, it's a long drive, you know.
Yeah, sometimes we record the night before. Usually, we record the morning of, but
yeah, it depends on our schedule.
When you drove up here at 5 a.m., right?
Exactly. It's called Sad Boy Night Vibe, and it's because I'm sad because I had to keep driving back and forth.
So I just want to know why you're driving so much because we all live in a hype house together.
Might have to clear his head and get hyped to record.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's to get inspiration.
Matt edits while driving.
Exactly.
Really unsafe.
Yeah, I use the dashboard console to actually throw on Adobe Audition, and then I get my keyboard.
Using CarPlay for Audition.
Yeah, I edit with CarPlay.
It's the only...
That sounds like an I think you should leave bit. Just Tim Robinson in the fucking front, like, oh my god, I missed the waveform.
What are you doing? I'm editing.
You know how to fucking drive? It's a
Pull
sequel.
over.
Do you know why I pulled you over? Sorry, officer, I was editing while I was driving.
Yeah, I can't get the bit rate right, you know?
Let me hear it. That's pretty good. You're good to go.
Shall we continue to track number 5?
Yes, Wandering Star, the Heist Gone Wrong track.
Has been wrong.
I think this track is a good track. I just think the bass on here in particular is like so overwhelming, specifically with the alarm-esque nature that you described, Tom. Like sometimes I can be fine with it, and then other times it can get like a little overstimulating for me, and I can get a headache. Like with this last listen I did before this podcast recording, I definitely did it a little bit. Things I do like about it though, I love the way like the plucking of the bass resonates with like the other notes on it with such like a dark harmony. It's a really cool way to kind of push the song forward. Let's see, the ride symbol being the only thing in like the highs of the mix adds like this delightful jaggedness of the track in general. I love like the guitar noodling mostly. It's like really neat. It's neat. What
I was actually laughing at noodling.
Guitars do noodle, Tom.
They do.
Good to know.
On guitar.
Good to know.
I also really like the lyrics. It's like kind of just about the hopelessness of like darkness is finding the light. It's very sad.
Dude, these lyrics are fucking brutal. Like I think with your thoughts on the bass, while I can definitely see the point of like there just being like overwhelming, overstimulating, I think that's like the perfect additive for what the song's all about. Whereas it's the depression song. Yeah. Where it's basically just like talking about like your experiences with depression, and like the music just like really backs up those lyrics perfectly because it feels just like such this ever present presence that just never goes away. It's like constantly like thumping in the back of your head, almost like a pain. Yeah. And it just feels overwhelming and like just like you're drowning. The first verse is fucking brutal, but I love it. Like, please could you stay a while to share my grief, for it's such a lovely day to have to always feel this way. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, the misery loves company kind of complex with depression. It's tough. And I think it's interesting how lyrically it almost has like an air of hope of like keep shining in a way. Like keep just trying to move on and move forward in life. Yeah.
I like the organ at the very end too.
The organ at the end, I wish it was like earlier in the song, I'm being honest. But it's got some fun little like moments where things cut in, like the harmonicas. That shit was kind of cool.
The little record scratches.
I love that shit. And then it also samples War Magic Mountain.
I see. Huh. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Like the lowrider guys?
I think.
Nice.
Maybe.
That'll be a description thing if not.
Is that not the like, what is it good for?
That is also them, yeah.
War. No?
Did you not see the George Lopez influence on this album, Tom?
I could sense it. I didn't want to say it after I've been made fun of so vehemently because of the George of the Jungle of it all.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like the George Lopez of it all. I got a real. If your name is George, I've got your fucking number. Okay.
George Takei, we're coming for you.
Curious George, you're fucked, George bro.
Takei. Yeah, it's true.
God, I'm just imagining like Shark Boy and Lava Girl when like Max gets fucking sent somewhere. No, just this fucking like the droning instrumentals of this album, and then that's just the rest of the movie. Oh my gosh, Mr. Electricity.
That'd be really funny in the George Lopez show where like the opening is Lowrider and then the closer's like one of these songs for the credits. Nobody loves me.
That's so funny. This really sounds like Gorillaz to me, like overall in terms of like how the sonic palette, I guess,
like the band or the animal.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of like how Gorilla, how Gorilla like pounds on his chest. That bass is like thumping in my brain. I like it. Like I said before, it definitely is a good song, but
it's not a favorite.
I won't skip it, but it's not one where I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna seek this out outside the album. There are ones on here, but not this one.
I would agree. I think I love it as like a concept and how it's arranged, but I will only listen to it in the album.
Definitely.
But next up, we have It's a Fire.
And I like this song a lot. I love the organ on here, the themes of like higher power. Again, more isolation type vibes here. Actually, there was something specific. I'll have to see if I wrote it down somewhere else in my notes. But I do like the way that generally it kind of feels like the singer is like reaching out for something higher than her.
I agree.
In like sort of a way that's like almost poking fun at gospel music with the way that the organ sounds. I know. The chord progression here is fucking fantastic. I love the way that it moves because you really just don't know where it's going to go next. I love the vocals on here specifically. It's almost hopeful.
Yeah.
The string section sounds fucking unreal. They programmed the strings, but I don't know like what software they used or if it was like real strings and then they went back or I don't know. My guess would be probably synthesizer.
I would imagine that this is a very synth heavy album.
Definitely.
Uh-huh.
I also love how the beginning of each verse to the end of each chorus is like this wild ride in terms of like predicting how the song is gonna go, because it just keeps like fluctuating.
And like adding something different and going a different direction.
It's really interesting.
I do like how this track it starts off like very bare where it's just Gibbons and the organ, but then like the drums come in and it gives like this R&B feel.
Oh yeah.
And then like I also love how the organ like it descends like I guess like down like the keys to like match Gibbons' pitch on the choruses, which is really fucking cool. And also the key change in the last chorus is dope as hell. And I really love her vocal performance on the last couple lines because it does feel like really like empowering almost, but like with these really negative lyrics to back that up, which I think is a really cool kind of contrast.
And I think from what I remember of the lyrics off the top of my head, I think it's like the perseverance in finding like the meaning of life, which I think is why it has sort of like the depressing lyrics, but then like the fucking gospel-esque organ. I could not think of the instrument.
It's okay.
I was like,
with the power of editing, they won't have to know that.
I'll leave it in.
Just imagine if I had to try to think of the name of an instrument. It'd go bad.
Tom, name an instrument. Okay, that's one.
Track number 7.
The big single.
Numb.
Yeah. For the big single, I'm not a big fan of this one.
Yeah, I kind of figured with the sound of the toms specifically, not Tom Murphy.
You said Tom earlier, and I was and then neither of you looked up at it. And I was like, I'm not going to interrupt.
Now's your chance.
Yeah, this one, I'm not going to lie to you. I do kind of like this track.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when I hear really like bong bong kind of like drums, I can't help think of like Saint Anger at least a little bit.
That's honestly, yeah, I agree with that. Just like the percussion, whatever they have there, if it is a snare, it is very grating. I think her vocals, they sound really different here, where it sounds like they're almost pitched up or like or sped up or something. It does feel like very isolating and like mind numbing. I like the synths in the background. It kind of sounds like Metroid, which I like personally. It does do a really good job of conveying the theme of loneliness, how it is arranged, but as opposed to, I think it was like Wandering Star, I don't like it as much.
Yeah, no, I could see why. I think also the bass is like, this is also another one where the bass is also like really, really overwhelming. It kind of sounds broken and plunky, but I kind of like the way it sounds in that regard. The organ just kind of like taps into the overall mix in the verses and then like will fully press down on the choruses. It's kind of cool. I think like, although Beth's voice does sound different here, her actual like performance on this track really makes it for me.
Yeah.
Because she goes so hard with the delivery. And yeah, the little synth solo, Metroid-esque as it is,
I think it's cool.
It is really, really cool. And I also love moments where like she sings out really hard and like there's reverb for a couple seconds. Like it's a very interesting mix. Can totally understand why it might not be like a favorite, especially in comparison like of what it's specifically talking about to Wandering Star. Kind of bold of them to put it as a single, but it is also kind of catchy, so I understand.
Yeah, and for this album, like they have to pick one of these things, so you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything can kind of go on this album. I want to shout out one lyric, which I think is it's very simple, but really clever and effective, which is just, and this loneliness just won't leave me alone. Like that's just heat. That's such a good line.
I'm going to steal that for Tom McDowell. It's actually
Thomas Head.
It's actually the name of the album.
Thomas Head.
It's actually Thomish Eid.
Ah, there we go.
Thomas Sheed, yeah. Shall we continue?
Yes, because this is also my favorite track on the album.
God, this track is so good. It's called Rhodes. It's the Rhodes piano is fucking fantastic. The way it oscillates, it's just incredible. It's like very Wurlitzer-esque, which I really appreciate. Tom, this is the one with the Wurlitzer. How do you feel?
That's
an American football reference.
You know, I almost said Wurlitzer when you asked me for an instrument.
That would have
counted.
I would have kissed you on the mouth. Not gonna lie, I love the Wurlitzer.
But now that I have the floor, it's apt one of the adjectives you used, because this song has appeared in a couple of things.
Oh boy.
It was in the Twisted Metal TV show starring Anthony Mackie.
Damn.
It was in Gotham.
Interesting.
That tracks.
Specifically the Catwoman episode. Like the episode's titled Selena Kyle, so that's interesting.
Oh, with the lyrics on this too. That's gutting.
but-
Jesus Christ.
As I mentioned with Matt's description of the song, he said a key word which is fantastic. And this song appeared in the hit 2015 classic Fan Four Stick.
Dude, no
The
shot.
Michael B. Jordan
Yes!
Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Say that again?
Wow, Mr. Fantastic, we need to go down this road. Wait.
So crazy.
Mr. Portis, we need to go down this road.
And then while we're here, Numb has been in a show, not anything I've heard of. And then Glory Box is in a lot of stuff.
Gotcha.
I just thought it was interesting to see how many
Yeah.
shows and movies and stuff. Actually, Glory Box has been in a lot of fucking stuff.
I see. Do you have any stuff like listed down?
I have it up. It was in the Nicolas Cage film Lord of War.
Okay.
The Killer, starring is that Michael Fassbender? I think that's Michael Fassbender. The Voyeurs, starring Sydney Sweeney and Justice Smith.
Oh,
I think
hell
Justice.
yeah.
Is that his name?
I
He's the
think
wizard
so.
in Dungeons and Dragons. I think his name
Okay.
is Justice.
I
Gotcha.
think I know. Yeah.
Detective Pikachu. He was.
It was a Detective Pikachu?
just no. Justice Smith was. The song was. God, I wish. It was in the show Lucifer.
I would go watch that movie.
Nurse Joyce singing
immediately.
I Wanna Be a Woman.
Glory Box is in Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
Daria.
That fits.
Are there any other things here? American Horror Story, The
Yeah.
Crown. It's been a fucking lot of things.
Mhm.
It looks like their music is featured pretty heavily in a lot of
Damn,
stuff.
good for you, Portishead.
But
Makes
most
sense.
importantly, Fantastic Four from
Yeah.
2015.
Fan
God.
poor stick.
And Four Stick. God, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that.
And I also love Roads.
Rhodes is fucking phenomenal.
It's
Thank
such
you
a good
so
track.
much for that rundown. By
Yeah,
the
that
way,
was great.
No problem.
That was really
I
good.
think-
I think somehow you're making me love this album even more.
Yeah, no problem.
The contrast of the strings and the way the guitar and the Rhodes are like in the mix really just makes this feel like it has so much dimension,
Yeah.
which I fucking love considering like most of the instrumentals felt kind of like dense. This one felt like it had like levels
Yeah.
and like layers.
Mhm.
The overall sense of longing on this track makes this one of my favorites in terms of just like the aspects that it talks about lyrically.
Mhm.
And also the way Gibbons is able to make her voice break specifically on the "how can it feel this wrong" line guts me. And it's just phenomenal.
Yeah. This track is brilliantly arranged. I love how the synths sound on the intro. It almost sounds like a bass riff is being played through the Rhodes keys, which is super cool.
Yeah.
I love the beat, and I love how it works with Gibbons' vocal specifically. The instrumental hits on the verses are so good, and that wah guitar that echoes over top of the orchestral strings is such a cool arrangement. The bass lick leading into the big string swelling towards the end is such a hard fucking moment.
It is.
The break is really beautiful at the end where the strings just get a nice moment to shine, and Gibbons' vocal performance is like one of the strongest on this album. This is an excellent track through and through.
Yeah, especially like on this stage of the album, it's cool that they had something that just felt so impactful.
Yeah, it's honestly, for something like so grandiose, it's almost like it gives you room to breathe after like, so much suffocation from like the past like 7 tracks. It's really impressive.
And it's what's funny is it gives you room to breathe, but then the themes are like even more suffocating.
Yeah.
It's a neat thing they did there. Tom, what were you going to say?
It's fantastic.
Wait.
That was it. Say that again. God, I love that clip so much. Just
So good.
Miles Teller's dumb fucking face when he slowly turns.
I can't wait for him to say that in the Michael Jackson movie.
I hope he does.
It's gonna be in that. Oh, it's crazy. Shall we get to number 9?
Yeah, Pedestal.
I think this song is a great addition to the album if you're just craving the overall sound, but I personally believe it makes the album feel a little bloated in terms of its track list.
This is definitely where I start to like lose interest, especially after coming after such a high that is Rhodes.
Yes.
Like it kind of reminds me of Björk a little bit with like the vocal performance and
I
like
wrote
how
the
like
same thing.
Yep, exactly. Like how like techno it kind of sounds. Apologies, I'm a little sick.
Just like this album.
You cat.
Sorry, that was the goblins.
Tom, have you ever seen the goblins in here?
I'm the one that invited them.
Oh, they're carrying a tub of acid.
He is the boss's nephew, so he has to let the goblins in.
They're not as much goblins as they are humans that I dunked into the acid, and that's what came out.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a living.
Yeah.
So, do they have a purpose for being here?
Moving my acid around mostly.
Moving my acid that I threw them in.
I needed someone to move it around, so.
Cruel, ironic Sisyphean
What can I
fate.
Sisyphean acid.
Hey, listen.
That sounds like the most psychedelic rock album of all time.
Cruel, ironic
We
Sisyphean.
do family dinners, me and the goblins sometimes.
Family dinner.
The skittering sound of goblins underneath that.
It's acid time.
Wow, so many opportunities for spin-offs.
Our intro music is versatile.
It is.
Yeah.
It's peak. Unlike this track.
Yeah, no, honestly, I agree. I like the injections of like the hip hop influences in the middle of like the verses and the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think the sparseness of the lyrics and how it almost like is delivered like a lullaby is neat.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Especially with like her whispery vocal delivery.
And how like the lyrics are almost kind of like a motif where like they repeat every time the second and fourth line.
Trumpet solo's rad.
Agreed. And speaking of that, I feel like the band Maruja heavily fucked with this album because I gave me big vibes from those guys.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
I think honestly, if you're just digging the entirety of the album, that's great.
Yeah.
But like for a casual listener, it's kind of just like this could have been maybe removed.
Yeah.
And it's funny because on the UK version, I think there's a bonus track.
There is.
Which,
it's called. I think it's called Sour Times.
That's really good.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a remix or a different song, but I thought that was really funny.
That's great. It's the sequel to Sour Times.
Exactly. Too sour 2 times.
Sour times 2, sourer times.
Sour 2 times.
Or
Pucker up. That's the log line.
Sour Timeser.
This is so unrelated, and we need to go back like a minute or two. But when Matt said trumpet, it took all of my strength to not like Lou Bega and Mambo No. 5 go trumpet, and that's all. I just needed you guys to know.
I love that part of the
Thank you,
song,
Tom.
by the way.
Where my brain goes when it's thinking of music is that.
Could you imagine, like, in the song if they fucking did that?
And then it.
He does. He yells trumpet at one point during Mambo No. 5.
No, I think in this
Oh,
pedestal.
my bad.
Oh, that's
God damn it. Wait a minute.
I appreciate going to bat for Lou Bega, though, Tom.
God. Matt says trumpet, and Lou Bega's like, wait a minute. Say that again.
That'd be so crazy. I'm on this podcast and I know the guy who wrote Mambo No. 5.
I'm just waiting for Mambo No. 6.
Yeah, Matt and Lou Bega go way back.
Yeah, God.
It's Mambo's number 1 through 3.
Yeah, I'm sorry about what happened during Mambo No. 4.
Yeah.
We don't really like to talk about it here.
I think he needed it to get to Mambo No. 5. Though,
Exactly.
So
That's actually how I got hired here. I showed Executive what Mambo's number 1 through 4 sounded like, because apparently it's a sought after treasure amongst the billionaires. And it's more rare than the Holy Grail, actually, one might say. But yeah, he on condition he had to let me join.
I see.
I think it's time we reveal the truth, Matt, that your last name isn't Glass, it's Bega. You're Matt Bega.
Matt Rocket Racer Rebel Bega.
Yo, Lou! You know that new sound you've been looking
that was
for?
me all those years ago.
As a baby.
They pitched my voice down.
I've done that bit on so many episodes of this show, and I only just recently realized
that's awesome.
it.
They pitched my voice down just like this next track.
Yes, they did. Biscuit. Nugget, biscuit, nugget, and a biscuit. It's crazy.
Dip it all in mashed potatoes.
Dude, it's crazy Tobuscus was on this track. That's
Yeah.
insane.
He
Yeah, I
got
know.
canceled, right?
He did.
Oh, very much
he did
so.
something bad.
He's friends with Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh, boy.
Like, friends with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Piece of shit. Anyway, let's go on to the track.
More like Shittenhouse.
Oh. Matt, get the zinger alarm going.
Man, that zinger alarm when we installed it, I had my doubts, but
Dude, it comes in clutch.
Hey, the
Back
goblins love it.
the back of my mind, I just knew. I just knew we would use it. We
got
never
spunk.
use it again.
That alarm's how I tell the goblins it's time for family dinner. Sorry, for family dinner.
The sound frequency pierces their ears, so it sedates them.
Yeah, it calms them down.
But yes, Biscuit.
Biscuit. This is an interesting track. I love how like deep and sort of down and dirty this track gets. It's very slow and languid, which
Yeah, man.
which I definitely think could be easily a flaw of this track.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool given what the song is about. It's really fucking sad. The lyrics are definitely not for the faint of heart.
No.
There's some like if you're in like a bad place, like from the other tracks lyrics, this one will probably be the final nail in the coffin. It's just like the biscuit on top, you know?
Yeah, one might say.
Not a track I gravitate towards a lot by itself. I love how fucking quirky the bass is on here.
Yeah.
It kind of just goes like boop, boop, boop. It's so fucking
Need
funny.
a little levity for something so heavy.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of like the pitch down vocals. It
I agree.
reminded me a little bit of Floral Shop.
Yeah, it's a little vaporwave in that way. I agree.
Like the gonna take much more. I believe this also utilizes the sample of Johnny Ray's I'll Never Fall in Love Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the titular bridge hook. But I think that definitely adds to just like the super sludgy and lethargic feel that this track has. I think again the lyrics are the strongest part of this track. Like they are dark, they are depressing, but they are brilliantly written. I love how also Gibbons' vocal performance really reflects that, where she uses a lot of vibrato.
Yeah.
Where it sounds like her voice is like about to break as she's just like trying to get through these lyrics. I think it's a really powerful moment. And basically the track's just about like just being unable to make connections or just like to be human from like past trauma.
Do you want to know why fans speculate it's called biscuits?
Why is that?
It's because the nature of biscuits being cooked twice over, you have
Mhm.
like a hard exterior.
Ah,
So in a way, she's kind of saying that like she's the biscuit.
I am a biscuit.
Imagine if she
Wow.
like wrote that lyrically, just like in the middle of the song.
Just like like an ad lib.
Yeah,
It'd
guess
be
the-
necessary. Bring it in.
it's not confirmed, but that's like what fans say might be the reason.
I think it's a cool interpretation for it because I mean, like, otherwise it's not really very relevant to what this track's about.
I did have to look. I was like, what? What the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
Oh man, the biscuits for these sour times.
exactly.
Which I don't have any notes about, by the way.
I
Which,
didn't
so
listen to
we're just
it.
gonna get to the next track, I think.
Yeah, that next track is fucking amazing. I love Glory Box.
This is a contender for, if not my favorite. Like I would say, this might be more of a favorite than Rhodes for me.
Yeah,
Like they might be neck and neck, but oh my god, this track,
it's such a good closer.
it fucking rips.
Uh huh.
First of all, Gibbons' vocal delivery changes, and she takes kind of like I don't even know how to describe it.
It's like a almost like soul singer. I describe it as like Fiona Apple is what it really reminded me of.
It was kind of
Yeah.
giving Amy Winehouse a
Yeah.
little bit,
It's
just
like
but
R&B
the
soul.
slightest bit.
Yeah, I think that's also a fair comparison. Like she sounds a lot more like confident.
Oh yeah,
Like this is such a switch up from everything we've heard, which I think is like such a great moment for this point of the album because it just freshens things up right at the end. But it also feels so grand as everything just keeps building and building, both lyrically and musically. It's such a great moment.
it's so interesting too because like as it builds up being so grand, it has like this bass line that's descending.
Yep.
Again, further and further into uncertainty almost.
hmm
But like I love that shit, the way that it kind of builds around it. I love the part where like it has that really crunchy reverb guitar,
Dude.
and it echoes.
It all appears in the chorus like to build up to like the anger that like she starts to feel like from the verses. It's such like a cool like signal. It's awesome.
Kind of reminded me of SpongeBob, not the show, the song by fucking, oh my god, Billy Woods.
Okay, yeah.
The rapper, because he has like this
Damn.
guitar sting that's like really crunchy and really present.
Mhm.
I was really hoping you were about to be like it reminded
Like
me of
Goofy
Ripped
Goober
My
Rock.
Pants when
Goes
Big
just as
Larry
hard.
came around just to put him down.
Oh man,
Um,
that'd be incredible.
It's giving ripped pants.
It's giving
You know-
ripped box even.
You know, he was originally SpongeBob Glory Box, but they changed it to SquarePants instead.
I think that's for the best.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the version
hey.
I wrote.
didn't
Nobody
like that.
on
Yeah.
Wattpad. Nobody fucking wanted to read it.
One of these days,
SpongeBob
hey,
Square Notes.
I'm happy you said it because I was thinking it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's real.
I know.
Okay, good.
I'm
God,
well aware.
it's such an unsettling costume. I hate it.
Oh, God. That's...
It is pretty unsettling.
It is. You're right.
Unfortunately, that was not the main thing I focused on in the video. But dear God, oh God, this track is really good.
Guys, what else is there to focus on? It's just a gross video, right?
God, I fucking hope that like if this were the episode where the artist we were talking about was listening in.
I hope
It's
all
weird.
the members of Portishead are at home. Like, I love that one. I love that
Adrian.
porn parody.
Adrian, they're talking about a video called SpongeBob SquareNuts.
Oh yes, I love that one.
I'm
The costume is fucking disgusting though.
Pornus head.
Pornus head. Oh my God.
The head part could stay the same. That kind of works in both
Yeah.
contexts.
I have a couple other things to say if you want to go next.
Like I said, the guitars flirting with the choruses, it really does a lot to also emphasize just the thematic nature of this track. The lyrics do such a great job just showing like the evolution and the thought process, almost telling a story in this way.
Yeah.
Where it's basically just like Gibbons exploring the idea of gender inequality and just like wanting something better for like in a male dominated world. Where it's like it starts off being like going with like the classic kind of, I guess, like gender roles of like women, and then just like each verse she kind of like breaks through that more, just kind of like, well, no, I don't want that. Like I want to just like be who I am and like just be equal with like everyone else in the world.
Doesn't she say maybe other girls but not me? Isn't
Yeah.
that like one of the things she repeats over and over?
Mhm.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think I might not have listened to this. I feel like I would
I think you missed this
resonate with
one.
me.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I listened to the album.
It's dark, but like it has this confidence that like is
It's
so
also
hard.
empowering. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Dude, literally, I love looking at like on YouTube Music. One of the fortunate things about it is like you can look at comments on individual songs.
Yeah.
That are just on YouTube that people commented under the audio that was officially posted.
Mm-hmm.
And this person, I didn't name them by name, obviously, but they said, I don't know why, but this song is attractive, and I fucking agree.
Yeah. No, 100%. Confidence is sexy.
The fucking guitar solo, by the way,
It's so good.
it's
so
remarkable.
rad. Uh-huh.
I love it so much.
I also think what's really cool about this closer is that a lot of this album kind of talks with her like past relationships with men, but then this closer is basically just her kind of like putting that to the side and then like almost like healing in a way by finding like her like inner woman and like finding like solace and peace in that, which is a really cool just kind of full circle moment.
I really like this is one of those albums, honestly, where I wish I was around and in the scene when this was being circulated and performed live by the band.
Yeah.
Because holy shit, if I heard this live, someone please do a cover of this live.
For me specifically.
Fine, I'll throw it on the album.
You're pulling my leg.
Give me a reason.
Was that your impression of me singing it? I want to be a woman.
Yo.
Oh no. This album's going to be too good. It's going to be the one album to listen to before you die. We're going to scrap the rest of the list.
It's gonna be too peak.
Oh man,
true.
my stomach hurts. That's remarkable.
I think I said my piece is just a phenomenal way to end this album.
It is
Very well done.
especially with like the sort of droning buildup that it has, but you don't even know you're about to
Yeah,
experience at the end.
for real.
But with that, Tom, do you hate this album?
No, pretty. I feel like it's pretty obvious that I don't so far. I didn't write down any official final thoughts, so I'm going to be off the cuff a little bit here. I have a rating. Earlier in the episode, like when we were started, I knew how I felt about the album, so I went to like figure out my final ranking based on like the list of albums and see where it landed. And I can tell you, I really enjoyed this one. The female vocals especially were really, really fucking good.
Mhm.
I'm a little annoyed at myself if I didn't listen to the last song. Like the way you were describing it did not sound familiar, which makes me
Yeah.
feel like there's a chance that I
Might have skipped
somehow missed it.
Dude, that's a
So
shame because
I will
this
go
is
back
so
and listen
good.
to it.
Yeah.
I will go back and listen to it, and if anything changes, I will update next episode.
Sounds
Word.
good.
I don't think it'll adjust because I feel like the vibe of the album, my overall feelings about the album are probably not going to be tweaked
Mhm.
much. If they are, it'll be like one space, maybe probably up from
Yeah.
the sound of it, if that song's that good.
Huh.
It landed pretty high up. I put it at a 6.9 out of 10 with
Wow.
a C plus, just below Taylor Swift 1989 and just above In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson, which is a wild one too.
Yeah.
But
Oh man, the fact fucking Taylor Swift's above that sucks.
yeah, I'm sorry.
God, Tom, that's a shit take. I'll be real. I'll be so real.
I'm sorry. I like her more. I
For
don't know what to tell you.
fucking Shake It Off and Bad Blood, dude. Not even her good
Hey,
fucking albums, man.
They're good. I like those songs.
No, they're not. They're fucking ass.
Sorry.
No, you know what, Tom? You're entitled to your opinion. I'm stepping in here. We usually are like, you know what, Tom? You can have your opinion. That's fine. Fuck that, dude. That's such shit. Like, I'm not happy
Which
with
one
that.
is shit? That the Crimson King is under Taylor Swift or Portishead?
That Crimson King.
Yeah, that's fair. To be fair, when I listened to Crimson King, I was mowing the lawn and it was in my earbuds, so I wasn't exactly.
I mean,
doing
if you
an
listen to it
active
now,
listen.
I don't think it'd be different.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it'd be much different. I don't know. I think genuinely it might just come down to the whole like I'm more familiar with Taylor Swift
That's
music,
probably what it is.
so it like skews positively more than
Uh-huh.
it would the other way. But that's where it lands. Sometimes that's how the cookie. Hey,
Yeah.
it's not right above it anymore. If that helps, there's something. There's a buffer now.
I'll take Portishead. Taylor Swift. That's wow. I feel Tim's anger right now. I'm channeling him.
Unfortunately, I think that's just how the biscuit crumbles.
I'm sorry, Tom. That struck a chord with me.
I do feel like Taylor Swift's probably the only thing in the top 15 that would upset. Turtleneck and Chain being number 15 might upset some people.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I forgot that we listened to that.
But yeah, so does that conclude your final thoughts? Sorry for rudely interrupting you.
I feel like 6.9 out of 10 is fair. You're making me second guess my Taylor Swift, but I'm not gonna. I have to stand strong for now. I need to let this cool down, and then I will figure it out in between episodes.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'll re-listen to King Crimson and just see. My fear is that I'm gonna like it less somehow.
I think that's going to happen. I 100% think it is.
I don't think I'll like it less. I think that's unlikely. It'll probably land around the same.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's so funny. It's so funny that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was just really good. I struggled to put like I struggled to articulate like my positive feelings for albums in any way other than just saying that they're good. Like the instrumentals were fun. They felt like I was watching a heist movie, but I was only listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
In my little bit of Googling about like it in movies, I thought I saw something about them having a movie, Portishead having a movie that came out around the time of this album. That was also in the Google AI response, so I don't trust it.
Yeah.
Also,
Also
I'll
valid,
have to
yeah.
dig a little deeper, but I'll look into that and also let us know about it by next episode, or if I find something maybe in the description.
Cool.
But yeah, that seemed interesting. It just had a good vibe. It had a film-esque vibe to it to
I
me.
could definitely see that.
Yeah. There's a lot of like theme stuff.
I didn't get to really listen to lyrics too heavily because I had to do a little bit of the listening at work. And I was already on my phone like typing into my notes app while at work, which was probably also not. I probably shouldn't have been doing that, but hey, when the pod calls,
Exactly. Desperate times.
Desperate Toms.
Desperate Tom, like the drums. Is that what they are?
That's
Yeah,
right. They are
yeah,
Tom
yeah.
drums. Correct.
That's actually
That's another instrument.
God, my real legal last name is Tom Drum.
Tom drum.
God, it rhymes with Tom Thumb. There's something there. Write that down for the Tom Makes
Tom Mix albums. Yeah, I can get on that.
So get the goblins in here. I have a goblin.
Get the zinger alarm going.
I have a goblin stenographer that follows me around, and he just
Your
types
goblin-
out everything
A
I say.
stenographer.
Yeah, stegoblin for.
It's the gobbler.
Yeah, he's not very good at typing, but he really tries his best.
It's better
you
than
know?
Lyle.
Yeah, well, fucking anyone's better than Lyle.
What the fuck did you just say?
How'd you get back in here? Goblins, get him. They're in the vents. They're coming. Lyle, you're gonna want to get out of here.
Wow, just like his older brother Kyle.
Damn.
Staying in those vents.
Both taken away by monsters.
That's right.
Up, and you can hear the goblins going by. They're chasing through the vents.
Up and to the left.
Take it back now,
And
y'all.
to the right.
Cha-cha real smooth.
Want to hop this time?
Charlie Brown.
Chris Cross. Sorry.
They're stabbing Lyle to death.
One stab this time. Bam.
Ugh. Slice to the left. Slice to the right.
Reverse.
God, we're fucking incredible.
Comedy geniuses.
Wow.
Comedy music geniuses.
I think we're be going on a big break when you guys are gonna miss this.
Yeah, you guys don't know how good you have it right now. God, AJ.
I'll go first since
Word.
this is an album that you brought on. So initially, I did not like this album when I first heard it. I think also, like, I guess full disclosure, I only listened to this like very recently. I only listened to this yesterday and today, and I did like 2 listens yesterday, 2.5. I did like 1 at work and 1 like driving to band practice, and I was like, my mind was foggy. It was super heavy. I was like, this is just not my thing. I just cannot stand this. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna take my notes today at work, so I'll replay it this time. And then like, so it just clicked today. I was like, damn, this is actually like kind of good. I don't know like what happened, but like I saw like all the nuances. I think reading the lyrics also helped. Having like a more active listen definitely just kind of really broadened my appreciation for it.
Definitely.
So I was very pleased with how much of like a 180 I had on this album. Not like to like I love it extent, but definitely to like, oh, I see the appeal now. It's definitely not my thing. I feel like it kind of drags at points, especially towards the end.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of fat that could be trimmed. And I think just the overall sound of the album kind of lends it to being a little repetitive, which makes it not the most exciting listen to like kind of come back to. But I think like all the good stuff is fantastic. Specifically, the highlight, like I said, is Gibbons' vocals and her lyrics are phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing that I took away. Even from like my passive listens that I didn't like, I did take away a lot of the lyrics and be like, wow, this is really good. I think just the way that she just crafts these narratives and the way that she just expresses her emotions in such like dark, depressing ways is really just captivating. And it's pretty relatable too if you've ever been in some of those scenarios. The instrumentation, not my favorite, but there are a lot of great moments on there that I quite like a lot, specifically with the guitar work, the string sections. I love how sparingly they're used because when they are utilized, they just soar. The bass work's really cool. But like a lot of like the loops and stuff is just not really my favorite when it comes to this kind of production. I just think trip hop's something I got to take in doses.
Yeah.
Or just might not be my thing in general. But I definitely did enjoy it more on this most recent re-listen, and I can see the hype. So probably not an artist I'll like explore more, but I think I like this for what it is. So probably gonna go like a solid B tier, maybe B minus.
Word.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm very happy that you at least started to see the appeal.
Yeah.
Because I think, like you said, the fucking good moments on this album
Oh yeah.
are like really good.
Mm-hmm.
This was an album that like, it's not that I had any like dislike toward when I first heard it. It was in passing at work over like a loud aux. So I was like, I don't really know if I just wasn't really, I spit like everywhere. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank
okay.
God for the pop filter. Jesus Christ.
I wish you had. No, never mind. I'm not even gonna say it.
Fill in the blanks, guys.
I'm not even gonna say it.
I was salivating over Portishead, guys. Sorry,
Sex icon.
Portishead. I was watching the video.
God, I would give anything to find out that they listen to this episode. They won't.
That's
but
why
it'd
it's
be
called
so
Sour
fun.
Times.
Oh. Gotta eat more pineapple.
Less biscuits.
No.
Was that too far?
No, that was brilliant.
All right, word,
Just
word.
far enough. Right at
Anyway,
the line.
yeah, no, I love this album. I think when I first heard it, like in passing, I just didn't really like pay attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
But as I started to like listen to it more for the 1001 journey that I was doing before, and like kind of become more well acquainted with it, I started to really like connect with the lyrics.
Yeah.
Especially since like given how I found this album this year was not exactly like the grandest
No,
year.
not
if
a very
I'm
happy
being
year.
honest. Actually, sorry, last year wasn't exactly the grandest year. So I think I resonated with like a lot of the lyricism that was on this album.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, the whole album sounded like two of my favorite songs off of Gorillaz,
Yeah.
like self-titled for the majority of it. So I really could not complain. Just the sort of like overimposing bass loops, the drums that like 1 minute sound really like conky and plunky, then other moments sound really like feathery and like crisp and papery, with like such a focus on hi-hats. It's interesting the way they play around with it. 1 second with it being like super grandiose on like Rhodes and Glory Box, but then having like sort of sweeter, as I said it before, pseudo sex jams
Uh-huh.
on
That was so funny. I kept trying to figure out how to work that into a bit, and I just could not figure it out.
that has to be a track on Tom
Pseudo
Nake's
sex
album.
jams?
Pseudo-sex. Ooh.
On It Could Be
Yeah,
Sweet.
It's gonna be pseudo. I'm gonna call it pseudo sex jams, and it's gonna be my attempt to recreate Giorgio from memory.
And that's not even the one that is a sex jam off that album.
You can fuck all the way down
It
to that
fucks
one.
all the way down.
All right.
Canonically, let's
Yeah.
go re-listen to that album in that episode, and get back to me.
You telling me to re-listen to that album is the most insulting thing I think you've ever said to me. But
I
anyway,
just feel like
I can't-
you forgot how important that song was.
oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Maybe you need to, access some random memories.
Matt, I crashed out. It's your turn.
No. I can't be too angry. You actually liked the album.
That's a fair point.
Which album was that? Did I have the wrong one?
No, yeah, that's all right.
Oh, it was random access memory.
Mhm.
Maybe you need to access some random memory. I can say it with my whole chest now that I know I'm accurate.
I would put this album at probably. I mean, if I'm being real, me just being me, I almost put this at S tier.
Oh, yeah?
I was really fucking
Damn.
close.
Word.
Me also being complicated and not wanting to commit to that yet.
Uh-huh.
Low key, I kind of want to put this in at least A+.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
a very Matt album.
I think for what they're trying to do, they do it in spades, even with the bloat at the end. Like, I don't mind it very much in other parts.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's, even though it's very tonally consistent, the little like injections of genre defying shit that they have song to song, as minimal as it can be, it does, I feel like, kind of add to the vibe they're going for. Also, fucking Gibbons, Beth Gibbons is incredible.
Uh-huh.
So
Can confirm.
I would probably give this like A+, and number wise, yeah, like maybe like a solid like 9 out of 10. I can see it maybe fluctuating depending. There are other albums I've listened to bits and pieces of, and they're pretty decent. I think they're a little bit lighter, if I'm not mistaken. So something to maybe check out. I couldn't name you like a single other track from their other records, but from what I remember hearing, I remember being like, oh, this is kind of rad. So
I also, before we close out this episode, I just want to say that this album is not at all what I expected it to sound like, because I had no frame of reference for this group or this album whatsoever. Like when you said like Dummy by Portishead, I don't know why, but my brain went to like, oh, it's like the Meat Puppets. Like it's going to be like an indie rock album. And then I heard this like, oh, I was way off on that one.
I feel like the album cover also just fucking matches the vibe though.
Totally. Yeah. I guess that'll do it for this week's episode of Tom Hates Albums.
Wow.
Quite an interesting little discussion we had.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, I mean, even though I was way off base with the fucking ranking that I thought you were going to have, I'm kind of happy that it ranked really high.
Exactly.
Relatively.
For Tom standards.
Honestly, it's good to know that there's still a wild card aspect to my music taste.
Yeah.
You know?
You're unpredictable.
You guys were too zoned in for too long, and I needed to
spice it up.
Spice up, add a little spice. Spice is, I don't know what I was going to say.
That's what they say.
I think I was trying to say variety is the spice of life, and then realized that didn't apply.
And instead we got spices, like,
yeah. Well, I did like a weird tickle
Italian
gesture
hand.
with my hand.
That phrase we all know and love.
Classic tickle gesture.
Oh god. But
yeah.
thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Tom Hates Albums.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you think of the album.
True.
I would love to hear if you hate it. Honestly, let me know. Say in the comments, either on Spotify or YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely, I love this album. Would love to see if you like it or hate it. Check out our Instagram at Family Album Pod. Anything else, gentlemen?
I don't know if I had them do this on the previous episode, but it's the new year. Comment your favorite album of 2025.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe I'll listen to it.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
As like a bonus at the end of an episode. Sometimes I like to throw in a little, I don't have anything today. Because there
Okay.
haven't been any comments.
That's
Where
a fair
are the
point.
comments?
Oh, he's missing the comments, guys.
True.
I require constant validation. Give it to me.
Tom, this could be the opportunity that you listen to Turnstile.
It could.
I hope it is, because you said you're not going to like it, but I feel like you will.
I feel like you
Which
would.
one?
Yeah.
Is that the one that was really popular this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the one that was really bad this year? 'Cause
Sleep Token.
Like,
I
yeah.
keep getting their names crossed in my head for no reason.
Sleep Token?
And Turnstile. I don't know why. I just keep
Interesting.
thinking, because you guys kept the other day you were talking about how bad Sleep Token
Yeah.
was, and I was like, I thought they were really good. I was like, I remember everyone saying, and then you mentioned Turnstile, and I went, oh no, okay. I was just confused.
crossing wires.
Yeah, my
Gotcha.
wires are getting crossed.
The two like opposite
Oh,
ends of the
yeah.
spectrum of tastefulness and genre bending in hardcore music.
I think it's just
Yeah.
because both band names are like adjective noun
Yeah. Well,
or like verb noun. Maybe it's not an adjective.
Sleep, yeah.
Sleep token.
Verb noun.
turnstile.
Turnstile.
Is one word, right? Because
It
that's
is.
that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's a
but
physical
it's if you add a little space.
You could Turnstile if you think hard enough.
I turnstile every day.
But I think this will do it for this month's episode of Tom Hates Albums. We'll see you next week for a very interesting episode of Family Meeting, and next month for an exciting episode of Tom Hates Albums. But until then, thank you for listening and for your constant love and support, and we'll see you next month.
Who are you?
Oh shit! I'm AJ Tenari.
I'm Matt Glass.
And I'm Tom Murphy.
We'll see you next month.
Peace.
Bye bye.